Yo, it's Hales. We're in a different place. Well, not a different place. Last time we were in a different place. This time we're in the same place that we were before. You've seen me on that couch before. And we're just at a different angle. I've recently made like a new desk setup. So essentially we're just on a different corner of my desk. If you want to see my desk setup, if you follow me on either the live streams that I've been doing recently or on TikTok, you can see my desk set up. It's pretty cool. And it's just a different angle. I have my camera on like a mobile tripod essentially, so I can kind of put it wherever I want to and get the video that I'm interested in having. And hopefully the audio quality sounds a lot better this time. I have a different mic setup. That's a little more professional. It's just not as mobile as the camera itself. So hopefully we sound a lot better than we have in the past couple of videos, despite the fact that I know a lot of you have got the point of what those videos are, despite the audio quality. So I appreciate you hanging on with me through those. Got a fun one today. We are talking about how to live life like it's an anime. Because at the end of the day, there's always that one main character energy that is conquering some sort of great evil, either mentally, physically, emotionally, or all of the above, occasionally spiritually. And why do we have to leave that just to these fictional characters in anime when we can also do that in real life, essentially? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to go through a couple of animes that are my favorite, and we're going to talk about how we can utilize those things that are happening in anime and translate them to our own lives and create transformation from that, essentially. So let's get into it. I would say like this isn't a place for like shaming anyone who likes a certain kind of anime. So if you have that energy, just like leave it at the door, or try to look at it through a new lens, because we're talking about our own lives too. One of my favorite points is that this particular anime that I'm going to talk about mentions, but also just in animes in general, is that no one is too weak to be a hero. You can literally have all the physical restraints in the world, but you do not have to be limited by that to be a hero, to succeed, to be great, essentially. And I assume my anime nerds can probably guess which particular anime I'm talking about, but I'm going to go even more specific and say it's My Hero Academia. We are talking about our little blue-haired guy who literally has the body of a snail in comparison to some of his quirk-filled classmates. And he literally has went his whole childhood hoping, praying that he could have powers. And then once those powers are bestowed to him, he doesn't know how to wield them. And his body goes through great physical damage in order to transform into the hero that he is now, right? What can we take from that and apply to our own lives? There are going to be a lot of mental hurdles that you're going to face when you are trying to achieve something great. There are going to be a lot of physical hurdles that you're going to have to bypass to achieve something great. Just because those things are there does not mean you cannot achieve those goals. Does not mean there is a wall or a barrier for you to achieve them. You can be so physically drained that just means, hey, I got to work on those things that physically drain me in order to grow into the skills or greatness that I want to become. You are going to experience pain through growth. There's no way around it. Growing, it can be painful. It can be strenuous. It can be stressful. It's going to hurt you mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, which is what happens in this particular anime. But you cannot limit yourself because of that pain. You cannot resist because of that pain, because otherwise you won't grow. So that's going to be the first one that we're going to start with, is that you, despite how weak you might feel, can always be a hero, can always achieve greatness despite that weakness, because that is just a mindset. That is just a mental thing. Another concept that I love from anime is that you cannot succeed without there being risk. Point blank, period. In the shows or in real life, you cannot succeed without there being risk. And the anime that I'm going to associate this one with is Naruto, because that guy has been putting his body, mental, physical, emotional, people, friends, families, on the line since the early series. Risk reaps rewards. RRR. Say that one like 20 times fast. Risk reaps rewards. You have to be willing to put yourself out there in order for you to grow and gain things back. Point blank, period. There's not much more for me to say around that. You have to risk. You have to try something new. You have to reach out to people that you were maybe potentially afraid to reach out to in order for you to grow. Or even if they tell you no, you have to take that risk, because the great chance is that they could say yes, and that could skyrocket your career. While there is darkness, there can also be light. And while there is a figure, there can also be its shadow. What the heck does that mean? I know, poetry snaps for the people in the back who just get it off the bat, right? What does that mean? One of my favorite animes deals with sports, because I'm a sports fiend, if you didn't know that. And I'm putting it up right here because I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's the basketball one with the people with the colored hair and the different, and the colors, and you know what I'm talking about. That particular anime deals with balance and learning, and I love the way that the kind of antagonists and protagonists of the story are teammates and have to work together. But he says, and I'll put the clip up if I can. 僕も決めました。僕は影だ。でも影は光が強いほど濃くなり、光の白さを際立たせる。君という光の影として、僕も君を日本一にする。I am your shadow. It is about support, being a support system to some light. You have to recognize who those shadows are in your life who are supporting you without you even necessarily consciously recognizing it, and give back to that. In my life, that's a lot of the followers that I have, my partner, my essentially people that I've worked with, clients and stuff like that. They're not shadow in the negative sense. They are the shadow in the sense that they are something that is keeping me standing. They make me shine more because of the things that they've allowed me to do for them, right? You have to recognize that you have a shadow, and you got to see who's in that shadow. Who are those people that are secretly supporting you, and acknowledge them, support them back, and also just keep them in mind. Because yes, it might feel like you're doing it by yourself, but there is a team, a network that the universe has weaved for you in order for you to pursue the things that you want to do. So what exactly is main character energy? That is someone who essentially seems to be the leading character in their own story. As someone who's a filmmaker, my friends and I love to use this term and rotate it all the time, of not only who is the main character right now, but who is taking the B story and the C story and so on and so forth. It is a very hilarious little term that we use. However, when you want to be the main character, you can be the main character at any point in time, and main character energy revolves around these things. Being very self-assured, being confident, feeling yourself shout out to Beyonce. I wouldn't put that in there. I don't want copyright strike. But they are very charismatic. They are very charming. They have all the things that the leading characters in animes have. They are that person. And you probably see a lot of main characters in your life, whether that be on social media or just out on the street sometimes. You're like, dang, that guy is just in his own world and does not care about what anyone else says. That is main character energy, and that is something that you should harvest and utilize in order to be successful in this day and age. Where is success without confidence? Where is it? If you do not believe in yourself, then there's no point in even trying to do the whole self-confidence thing. I should make a video about that. I'm going to make a video about that, and eventually it'll be linked somewhere on this thing. It's really important to take that main character energy and just run with it. You are the leading force in your story. You have confidence. You are self-assured because you're cool. There's no one who can do you better than you. So you might as well embrace that and be the main character of your story. That is what's going to help you continue to live life like it's an anime. Okay? Do not forget that. Okay. That was just something short and sweet for you. Just a reminder to drink some water, go outside, play a video game for about an hour, or don't. Maybe complete that task that you definitely need to do. Don't keep putting it off. Do the task. Let's take a deep breath. I'm happy you're here. Thank you for joining for another video. Appreciate your time. Like, comment, subscribe, all of those things, and I'll see you for the next one. I'm in Google Sheets. I need to be in Google Docs. I'm so hungry. I have chicken downstairs, and I'm really excited about it. So, I'll talk to you guys later.